Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting video. Today I announced that I'm done. Done! Finished! Done! But what am I done with? Let's find out! So it is a clickbait title. I'm not done with Stormworks, but I am done with not using mods. And let me explain. So the last time we looked at mods, we looked at Zooquans, we looked at Illpots, and we looked at Thales' mods. And right here in front of me is Thales' mods. But I had no desire to use the mods because I believed that the devs would go ahead and implement it where we could actually use it on the workshop. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. There's been no more talk of mod support, and basically every time we get a Q&A, it's no, 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 and we can't do that because it's a block game or something along those lines. Mainly we get excuses when it comes to Stormworks. So Egg and I were putting together a multiplayer scenario with planes, and we are going to use first person only. So the idea behind first person only is you need to be able to see out of the cockpit pretty well. So what we did is we looked at Thales' mods, the glass mods in particular, the windows, and as you can see here, this is a lovely set of windows, and we started playing around with them. The options of what we could do to see out windows, because we could make really good cockpits because we had lots of options without modding XML, and to have blocks that were fully, grabbable and clickable and placeable and deletable in one shot. Look at these windows, beautiful, right? And so we loaded up Thales' mod, and we actually began to really start playing with the mod. And what I mean by that is, look over here. I mean, we knew we had some lift surfaces, but when you start actually building with the mod and building planes and using these air surfaces that seamlessly fit together, you realize how much is lacking in Stormworks, how much attention to detail, attention to what people are building on the workshop. And the excuse of it's a block game and it's cubes is not really valid, because these are still blocks. They're just different sizes, different shapes, and it allows you to make a very nice blocky creation. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm still learning where some of these fit together. It's almost like, kind of a learning curve when you have so many options. And that's where the excuse comes in. If we add blocks like this, we'll give the new users or new game players too many options. Now, all you have to do is put a checkbox in the game browser, right here, this thing, that says, a little button right here says advanced blocks, basic blocks. You have basic blocks, which is, the default Stormworks, and then you click advanced, and you have all of these block options, okay? So having too many blocks is why we're not adding new blocks by Deltars, is just an excuse. There's no reason that you can't hide and show various blocks based on what the user interface allows you to do. It's an excuse, and it's really getting old. What I'm going to do now is I will be only building with modded blocks by Thales. I don't think I'm going to build any ships, so I may not use those, but if I do, I'll use the other modded blocks. But for right now, I'm going to be using Thales' modded blocks for all my planes, and they will only be modded releases. Now you can download them or you don't download them. I really don't care. I'm building these planes for my events, or for my joy, or for whatever it is, and as long as the mods work, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so with that out of the way, let me go ahead and load up a plane. So this is a plane by Eggnog, and I just wanted to show you this. This is built for multiplayer. So we have static landing gear, because pivots cause issues with multiplayer calculations, and we have the canopy. Let me jump in here. And you can see that I can see out this canopy. Now I don't have the example with the crap canopy, which is the default window blocks, but you couldn't create a canopy this cleanly. Like you would have, triangles and all this other crap everywhere. But this mod allows us to go ahead and make first-person only planes with, nice canopies. So let me just go ahead and get this up in the air, and I'll show you something else that we're doing for the multiplayer stuff. Let's go ahead and start up here. So Thales' mod offers lift. And what that allows us to do is really create planes that are fun to fly. So Egg's been working on this thing where we can use a mouse look, and apparently mouse look is really good for multiplayer. It kind of gives you the illusion that you're not getting the laggy input delays when you use the WS keys when dogfighting. So we can actually have some pretty good dogfights in testing and have a lot of fun flying around. And what we've done, actually what Egg's done, is he's kind of created a War Thunder kind of feel to this, so that if we go ahead and we go up, straight in there, we start getting stall aspects. So we reduce the engine throttle, and that gives us stall. Let me see if I can do a hammerhead here. I don't... Whoa! Hold on. Let me turn off the mouse like it's screwing me up. Alright, let me go ahead and do this. Now, part of this is Egg's script that's handling the engine controls, but another part of this is Thalisa's mod adds lift to control surfaces. It makes blocks lightweight, and so watch this. Now, we're going straight up, we're going to stall, and then we're going to fall back. Relatively realistic because of the way Thalisa's mod works. If I were to do that with the regular blocks, I would stall. The plane would just kind of fall down backwards and not really give you the impression that it's stalled. It would just be like, okay, I ran out of energy and now the blocky plane is going to fall down. So this kind of gives us some really good planes for multiplayer, where when you are chasing somebody and you do the loop, you're going to lose speed because you're going up. If you dive down, we're going to increase the speed so you get more of a dive speed. So each of our planes will kind of have a different feel based on what it's based on. So a P-38 might be faster, but turn really poorly with the mouse look and stuff like that, because it'll have limited turn, limited pitch. So that's what we're doing for the next multiplayer event. I think it's going to be fun. I don't know if it's going to be this weekend, maybe next weekend, depends on how much we get done on testing and if we can come up with some good scenarios. But just in playtesting with 5 people, we had a lot of fun trying to shoot down bombers. So can't wait to share that kind of live event with you. I think you're going to have a good time. But let me show you one more thing that I am loving about the Thalys mods. Alright, so now while we are making every effort with our planes that we're going to use for the battle to be as optimized as possible, reducing the amount of pivots as much as possible, reducing the amount of blocks so the planes are relatively small, trying to make it as easy on Stormworks as possible, I do have another project that is not easy on Stormworks. Let me get that out. Alright, so this is not done, but this is a rebuild of the BV238 that I have built numerous times. Like, I built it like 5 times. I only released one in the workshop, but this one I will be releasing when it's done. But of course, it's all modded. These are all modded blocks. So what you'll notice about this plane right away is that it's floating. There's no pivots in this thing. It's just floating because it's using Thalisa's mod to reduce the weight. All the wings up here are lift blocks, and it's just a lovely thing to see something float in Stormworks without, exploiting it. I mean, I guess mods are an exploit to some extent, but it adds to the feature set of the game. So let's just jump in here real quick. This is not done. It runs like crap when it comes to engine-wise and turning-wise, but I wanted to go ahead and try the modded blocks. So let's get up in here and pump this up here. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's still a little buggy with my engine configuration and stuff. I basically just wanted... Why is that engine not running? Oh, I can't show you because I don't know what's broken. What did I break in these engines? Oh, I don't have an engine at all because I was going to rebuild the engines and I took it out. Okay, never mind. Anyways, the idea here is I just wanted to show you that I'm working on this plane. It will be a modded plane, and you can see here that it has lift blocks. Now, I don't know if I should be doing this many. I'm going to talk to Thalys. Like, do I have to balance out lift blocks with regular blocks? But there is a slight learning curve when you're dealing with a completely new way of building. So I do have to figure that out. But you see these are easily marked. You can see all the upper blocks. We can see here that I have not touched the windows yet, or the windows on the gun here. But I was mainly just trying to see what Thalys' mod did when it came to making things float in the water. So that's what this is. So anyways, I don't really have much more to show you on this plane yet because it's not done, and I don't have much to show you with the event yet because we're still working on that. But I did want to share that I will be using mods from now on, and I will be doing an updated mod video because there is a new storm loader coming out that changes how things work quite a bit. adds some new features. And so when that comes out, I'll be sharing that with you. And remember, mods are something that have been around since Wolf 3D, Duke Nukem, Quake. And if you're scared to install a mod, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. So that is it for today. If you haven't done so already, hit the bell so it goes ding dong when I upload a video. And I will see you next time.